Hello everybody and welcome to another Transformers third party review. In today's video we're taking a look at Cang-Toys, but only on the mini scale. It's their mini take on their Tantrum figure. I'm actually going to be selling my large Cang-Toys Predator-King. It's just too big and doesn't really tick that aesthetic for me, but I thought I would invest in the smaller ones. I just think they're a better kind of size and I'll be able to fit it in pretty much any display. So this is Tantrum. It's of course their bull figure, done in that kind of stylized look. And on the side of the box there, look, we've got it's LandMini. There, look, Mini02. I don't have their dive bomb, but I will be investing in him shortly. And I believe their Rampage is in stock soon as well. So let's crack it open. Boom! And then we have him out of his plastic prison. Much smaller. It is simplified. There's not as much going. Obviously, we can't flip the head completely out of the way. I've turned the horns around. Obviously, normally you would have this section up kind of like that, but it doesn't really go like that on the little mini one. So you have to kind of turn it around and have it sat back like so, but that's a nice sculpt on there. Very kind of grimacing. He's got his sword, he's got his gun. Thankfully, we get a standard foot. You don't have to transform this up into a completely separate figure. Still nice and tight on there. Nice solid piece. Yeah, he is a lovely little dude, isn't he? And I mean, he is tiny, but the colours are absolutely gorgeous. In terms of scale, I don't actually have any more legends, I don't think. I just wanted the Predator-King in my collection. Obviously, these guys are going to be going, so I'm going to have a little tiny Predator-King. But yeah, this is how he scales with the original version they did. Really vastly smaller. These are very much in keeping with what you get with the likes of Magic Square and New Age. Very robust figures. Made very well. I actually like how these feel a lot more than I do the likes of the Magic Square Legends. New Age, I think, are definitely the top tier for Legend class. But this is definitely up there with them. It doesn't have that kind of chalky feel as well that I used to get with some of the Iron Factory stuff. Very impressed. Love how this feels. Articulation wise, the head can look up, down, we can go left, and right, even though that's quite tight on that ball. There we go. And it can obviously tilt side to side. We've got rotation on these arms, come out to the side on a double hinge there. There's an upper bicep rotation. We've got a bend on the elbow. There's a bend on the wrist as well. We get waist rotation. No abdominal crunch. Legs can come this far forward. We have hip skirts at the front. I want them to come all the way up, all the way back, out to the side, upper thigh rotation in there. Bend on that knee at 2 points, even though that second point is quite a tight piece, but there we go, that bends all the way up. And we can straighten that back off, and then we've got some pivoting up and down on those feet, as well as side to side. So there's a rocker on there, so you should be able to get a nice wide dynamic stance from these. But love how aggressive he looks. He looks so angry, doesn't he? Take the weapons off. One thing I did think was kind of cool, if you drop the shoulders down to the lower points and you bring the head up and over, He's like a minotaur, and it kind of really reminds me of the old battle beasts. Do you remember those? And before we get him transformed up, I just wanted to show you the use of these as a stand as well, flight stand, kind of action stands for him. I've still got him in his battle beast mode as well. These are funky. This is a much better use of the feet, in my opinion. If you find these videos useful, why not head over to Shozy or Gundamit using the link in the description below. Before you make that purchase, head up to the top of the page on the Support Your Favourite Reviewer tab and type in Benz. That'll help support the channel and keep these reviews coming. Awesome. Let's get him transformed up. You want to disengage the arms, bring the head up, and that's going to turn around. The torso disengages like so. Head is going to go down, drop into that void. This rocks downwards on that hinge, and we are looking to line these arms up with those secondary tabs like so and like so. Front can then come back in, head can come down like so. This side, so open up this section at the back of the arm. Come on, there we go, gotcha. Then bring that bit out there. And then this bit forward. Bring that piece back down. This arm is on an additional hinge in here. You want to hinge it all the way out, like so. So then it sits on the outside of this piece here, and then bring that down, like so. That then means we can bring this nice and close, and it gives us a gap between the torso and the bull, and then just turn these around, like so. Untab this section here, and that's going to come around. Bring up these hip skirts, so we can untab this crotch piece. Come on. There we go. That's going to come all the way up, all the way out. That's going to form the tail. We can then bring these back down again. Come around to the feet. You want to untab this section here. And that's going to bring this tab here down, and then this opens like so. This is going to come around, this is going to close down. That brings that section in to the center. Bring that up, that comes in. This one comes up and over. Again, sliding into the center, and you see those two there. Those are going to marry up in the middle, like that. This is going to come back down. Now we've got these tabs on the top, which line up. Kind of want one. And two, just tab in on there, that comes down, that comes down, this comes around, that's going to line up with there. Come on, there we go. There. There we go. And from my interpretation of the instructions, so we're meant to have These just twisted and rotated at the end, bringing silver pieces forward. I think that's right. There we go. There we have him in his bull form. Not bad. It tidies up quite nicely, and obviously the transformation's a lot less involved than his MP counterpart. Now to get him transformed up from this very nice bull mode, you want to kind of untransform just the top half, basically. We still need to undo these legs here because we need to get the tail up, and that needs to come down and out of the way. Head is going to come up, and that's going to rotate around because that's going to be looking this way. You want to undo these shoulders, and you want to just extend them back out on that rocking hinge, like so, and like so. We can undo the chest, bring this back, and we want to get this come on. Oh, there we go. Are we there? Oh. Equally as difficult as the bigger version. Right. There we go, that's in, that's in. This is gonna rotate, and these come up, and the foot is gonna collapse. Rotate the shoulders down, like so, bring this heel section in, and that's going to come down into this void like so. The feet are tucked away, so that's what we've got for the foot. Bring said foot piece back in, put that around, bring that in, lock that into place, and then bring this out, bring this out. There we go, that's going to slide on like so. That can come down, that can come down. There. And we've got that pivot forward and backwards motion as well on there. And we've got that side rocker. Just going to get a nice wide stance, and that is solid as a rock. That is not going anywhere at all. Let's just tap that in fully. There we go. Why is that slightly down on the jar? Is it not down? There we go. That is our first foot for the Cang-Toys Mini Predaking. I think I've done that right. The instructions are a bit naff, aren't they? But it's going to look absolutely insane when we have, I guess it's going to be the same sort of size as the combiners we're getting with New Age, isn't it? Which is going to be sensational. Yes, it's stylized, but it's still probably the only Legends Predaking we're going to get for a while at least. Thanks very much to the team over at ShowZ. If you decide to click through and purchase this, please consider using the support your creator code at the top of the page. Type in BENZ, and until next time, for myself and the rest of the Collectibles household, thank you all very much for watching. Goodbye.